in our communities, there's often this question of, how can I live outside of the system? If it's the water that I'm swimming in, how can I live outside of it? And I think Rehearsing Freedoms is a perfect way of describing the ways that we can live in ways that are completely counter to the systems that we're marginalized by. What Rehearsing Freedoms looks like in practice, we are drawing from a community of people from various lineages, treating people as experts of their own experience, opening up space for who gets to be a knowledge producer. We have completely reminded ourselves that we hold this wisdom. We hold this wisdom in our communities that we need to get free.
We are all historians, and everyone has a story to tell. And I think even more so, and more importantly, from people who are from marginalised communities, we have to write those stories, tell those stories, share those stories in whichever way we can.
Because like this moment here will be historical 5-10 years from now. You look back, we're gonna be able to understand how important this moment is.
At a time where we are feeling disconnected from another, where we have to dissociate to get through our days, where we are paralyzed by the violence and the greed overwhelming us, we need these spaces that are capacious, that invite us in to hold multiple truths and to hold one another as we struggle together for structural justice and for dignity for everyone. A space to build community, to find one another, to grieve and to dance and to strategize and to mourn, and just to be with the beauty and the complexity and the pain of what it means to fight for dignity and justice in these times. This festival is embodying care. It is showing what it means to love one another in physical space and manifesting that, things that we often talk about. This is it.
Crisis knocks at the door in a way that's very spontaneous sometimes. Like something can happen, a police officer can kill someone, a Bishop could die. You need to be ready for it. So like you need to build up your capacity. It could be within yourself as an activist, or within your organization, knowing that at some point you're going to be needed, or you're powerful enough to create a moment.
This is love work. Yeah? This is dream work, this is grief work, this is light work, this is shadow work. This is a practice that invites us into practice. I would love us to rehearse liberation that is attentive to our wounds and our grief. So, here's my question. Who could we be if we fell in love? If we fell in love with each other and our movements? If we played together, grieved together, and stayed through the trouble? What could our rehearsals be? What joyful, complicated freedoms could we rehearse?